So we're back where we left off, and just to remind you, this is in design view. You have the design tab here. This tab here would be where you would do the programming. It's very much like the mobile phone apps where you have a design view and a programming view. And down here are the properties of any controls you've made. So what we want to do, we want to program it. I've thought about this a bit, and I think we'll program it so it starts when you click on the form. So I'm going to to get to the programming area, the easiest way for me, to the right spot. I'm going to double click on the form. That will open one of the form subroutines when the form loads. I don't want to use that one, but now that I have it open, I can find all the events that might be possible for the form. And the event we want could be all sorts of things here. We could have it when it's moved or when we bring our mouse off it. But I'm going to go on for mouse click. So when the mouse clicks on the form, here we go, when the mouse clicks on the form, do all the code inside this window. So the first thing that we want to add is we want to ask it to make the snow drop. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask it to repeat 1,000 times, changing the top of the button. So every time we change the top, the button will go down and down and down, because the top of the button will be further and further away from the top of the form. So we first of all need to declare a variable. And if you remember, a variable is a space that we save in memory on the computer so that it's ready to store whatever type of information we tell it will go in there. So it's a space that can hold any sort of information, but we tell it what type that will be. So I'm going to call my first one counter, and I'm going to declare it as an integer, and an integer is a whole number. In maths, an integer is a whole number. So I've declared a whole number, and then I'm going to tell it to do something 1,000 times. So the way I do that, this may not be something you've used before actually, is I say for counter, that number that we've just changed, equals 1 to 1,000. I'll tell you what to start with, we'll just do 100. Okay. And look, it's finished that loop off, and it realizes that what it must do is it will count. First time it does that, it will do everything inside here, and when it gets to the next, it will loop back round to the start of this, and then again, and then again, and it will do that from 1 to 100, and then it will drop out and do anything else that's outside of it. That's the end of my second video.